Your thoughts are creating your life, whether you realize it or not. Your results are not random, they're programmed. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions, and then your actions control your results. 80% of the people are living by what is called the law of accident. That's just drifting through life with no real direction. My name's Mark, aka Create Lifestyle, and I help people break out of these outdated beliefs so that they can create freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income while leaving a powerful legacy. I call it breaking out of the matrix. And today I'm going to talk about some spiritual laws and these laws that are controlling your life and how you can take your power back. One of the main laws I'm going to talk about is the law of cause and effect. Nothing happens by accident. You heard the expression, hey, everything happens for a reason. I would hear that, and I bought into that as well. And I thought it meant that everything happened for a spiritual reason, and perhaps it's something tied into it. But could it be that the reason that it happened is because you caused it? It's the law of cause and effect. Everything that happens, it doesn't happen by accident. It happens as a result of a cause. So these causes are what is creating our reality. So I remember I have a background in hospitality. I've been a waiter, been bartender, worked in catering. I've been in and out of those industries over many years. I've also have a background in the travel industry. I was a travel agent for a number of years. I've worked in real estate. I've worked in a multiple listings company where I did administrative work for them. So I've done a lot of different things, but in my hospitality career, I had a situation once where I was waiting on my station, and a station is just your amount of tables that you're serving. And it was a very busy Saturday night. And can get very difficult when you're working with so many people and so many different factors all at the same time. And I was in what we call being in the weeds. That's when you just have more things that are almost humanly possible to do in a small amount of time. So all my tables, everybody's eating their meals, everybody's into it, trying to enjoy themselves. And now it's time. People want to leave. They want, their checks and their credit cards and things of that nature. And I had a table that gave me their credit card, and I lost it between leaving their table and going to the machine to cash them out. I dropped it somewhere and I couldn't find it. And then finally I got my managers involved, and everybody's looking for this credit card. Meanwhile, my entire station is crashing and burning. Everybody is looking for something, either where's the rest of their food or their desserts or their checks. And then people are getting really angry and really frustrated, and they're all getting frustrated at me. All this passes on to the management and the rest of the staff working around me. And then probably about 20 minutes later, 15, 18 minutes later, I found the credit card. I dropped it right underneath the table. But anyway, needless to say, my entire station was angry at me. The manager wasn't too happy with me. They had to pay for the dinners for some people. The point I'm trying to get to is I created that. And then that whole thing just stayed in my mind for years. And I had to go back into the restaurant industry years later. One thing I always liked about the restaurant industry is that it was a way to make money when things got really hard. So anyway, I went back into the restaurant industry, and I would have, over the years, I would have dreams about that entire situation. And lo and behold, I started at a new place, and wouldn't you know it, within the first week, the same exact thing happened. I dropped the credit card somewhere. My entire station began to crash and burn. I relived that moment. So what am I talking about? An example of this law of cause and effect. I cause it because of the thoughts that were going on in my mind. Your thoughts are the root cause of everything. Your thoughts create the causes, and then the causes create the condition, and then the condition creates the effect. So your life right now, it's a reflection of your dominant way of thinking. So if you change your thoughts, you can change your results. Fascinating. So there's something else called the law of accident. Most people live by its luck, its timing, it's who you know. No plan, no direction, no consistency in life. It just feels random. The point here is that we have to develop a plan, and we have to work that plan with some consistency. This matrix that we live in, it keeps us just reacting. And that's how they want us to be, reacting instead of creating. And that's my whole brand, Create Lifestyle. We have the ability to create this. So another thing to take a look at is a law of belief. What you believe with emotion becomes real. You always act in alignment with your beliefs. If you think you can't, you won't. If you think you're capable, you act. So your beliefs filter out your reality. So that's what we have to do. We have to not see what's not possible, or you don't see what's possible, you see what you believe. So if I'm making sense to you right now, like, share, follow, subscribe. And if you've been with me this long, you're one of my peeps. So stay with me and understand that your awareness is powerful. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The only way out is in peace, love, and control your destiny.